entering the heart of the holiday season, and while it's a special time, it can also mean more stress and fatigue. A recent survey found that 57% of U.S. employees say the holidays are the most mentally draining time of the year. But could that fatigue be masking something more serious? In today's checklist, board-certified surgeon Dr. Cedrek McFadden is breaking it all down for us and filling us in on what we need to know to stay healthy. Dr. McFadden, good morning.
Welcome back. Good morning.
I mean, I feel like I live in a state of tiredness. How do we know the difference between being tired because of everything going on and genuine fatigue?
That's a great question. I mean, I think we all are tired. It's been a long year. Let's start from the beginning. Here's what's happening, Dylan. You know, the holiday season, many of us are tired, partly because we're traveling more, we are getting less sleep, we're getting that last workout in, or some of us are dealing with just minor illnesses, colds and flus and things like that. And all these are classic triggers for tired. So tired is your body saying, we've worked really hard, and when you rest, you recharge. All right, so think of like your cell phone, right? You have your cell phone, the battery's low or dead, you plug it up, what does it do? It recharges, right?
It's awake.
So that's tired. Fatigue is you plug that cell phone up, and no matter how long it stays plugged up, it never charges. There's something wrong with the battery. There's something wrong with the system. So fatigue is heavy. It lingers. And sometimes, no matter how much you sleep, it never really
So that's what I was going to ask you. Could it be masking something more serious?
Yeah, and that's what we find is that many of the symptoms that we talk about with diseases, the bleeding, the pain, that all happens later. Fatigue is often that first sign that most people ignore that shows us there's something deeper. So think anemia. You know, the blood is not being transported, oxygen isn't going. It leads to brain fog and fatigue. Thyroid issues. The thyroid is like the thermostat of the body. And when the thyroid isn't working properly, when it's hypo, when it's not working, you don't hurt, you just slow. And that can lead to that fatigue. Diabetes, insulin resistance, that's like you have a bunch of sugar, but all the fuel is where it needs to be, but it can't get to where it needs to act. It's like having a fridge full of food, but the door is jammed, so you can't get that energy, that nutrients that you really need. And really, one of the big ones that's harder to find is stress and depression. That can be a really big cause of fatigue that most people will ignore.
What about medication, Dr. McFadden? I mean, what effect can that have on our energy levels?
Yeah, so medication can work great. They can do great things, but they can trigger fatigue. One of those is allergy meds. It works great for getting rid of itchy eyes, but on the other end, it can lead to like a hangover the next day after you take it. And some of these cholesterol medications, when you take them, it can lead to a subgroup of patients this sort of subtle energy drain. And reflux meds can have an effect on how your blood can process and create healthy red blood cells that can lead. So it may not be the medication, it may be the dose of the medication, it may be how frequently you're taking it that you need to talk with your doctor about.
So, doctor, when do you get to that point where you really should be seeking medical attention?
Yeah, so when it's not just tired, is it something more? You know, I like the 2-week rule. If after 2 weeks you're still feeling this drain, it may be time, because many of these can be checked with just a simple blood test, right? So if you're finding that you're waking up with a headache, you're groggy, someone's telling you you're snoring at night, these are signs that it may not just be that you're tired, it could be something deeper going on. And if you're having memory problems, that's definitely a sign that you need to check out. And, you know, ultimately, there are some things that you can do on a daily basis that can help you kind of figure this out. Just track your energy. When are you feeling the best, when are you feeling the worst, and see what's happening over just 3 days. I can give you a lot of information looking at the patterns. Drinking water in the morning can help prime the pump. And taking a walk, either in the morning, you do that all the time.
That's why he's got so much energy all the time.
That's how he's not tired. But I think when it comes down to it, if you are walking, even after eating 10 or 15 minutes, that can help your body process glucose better and help you feel a bit better. But fatigue is not the enemy. We don't have to live with it, but it can be the message that we can take with us to give us what we need.
Yeah, that's really helpful. Dr. McFadden, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.